there was this couple who filmed life living in a storage unit that just got kicked out after their video showing it off went viral.
Okay, yeah.
That's stupid.
Is it like a black dude and a white girl?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What, they're
Idiots.
trying to be
Idiots.
like, we get super cheap rent by sleeping in our storage room.
That's exactly what happened.
That's only $100 a month. Yeah.
Once I saw that video, I'm like, idiot. You're not supposed to put that out.
I mean, they came from a place of homelessness, so at first I think people were like rallying to be like, that's sick, you know what I mean? And first they were actually living in tents. So they might have even gotten some like donations or whatever.
Hopefully.
In order to move into a storage unit. So he works as a food service worker, but has gained thousands of followers on TikTok after documenting the unique lifestyle.
Is that like saying working at McDonald's or something?
Maybe.
Food service? Or it could be busing.
After sharing multiple clips to the platform of them living in a tent, the pair decided to rent a storage unit, which is cheap in comparison to an apartment. In one of the videos, he said, living here is actually really comfortable. I can exercise, I can use the public bathroom, and it's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm.
Oh, they got a good setup.
Inside of a building?
This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want and stay here as long as I need to. We're very, very grateful to have this space. Their living situation attracted millions of views, and users on the platform have been supportive of their journey. And here is a photo to show you guys the type of spot that they're in with this storage unit.
A storage unit with windows?
I don't think he's got windows, it's probably just the internal light.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a good amount of space, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine though, like, you know, if you're homeless, you're trying to get back on your feet, you know what I mean, and however much money that you might make as a you know, at McDonald's or whatever, and you get X amount of bucks, you're thinking like, dang dude, like an apartment is still pretty damn expensive.
In the thousands, that's like you could get for like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and the first month might even be like $1 or some shit.
Yeah.
As long as you can sneak by it.
You shouldn't have posted it though.
Publicly putting it up is.
Because you know what's weird?
Yeah.
Even low housing places, like low income housing, it's still like $1,000. That's still a lot, dude. Like I'm like, why can't they make something even cheaper where it's like 100 or 2?
They did. I mean, they have the Roslyn lofts downtown. I think those are like 400. And then they have the Hilda Solis where it's the shipping containers all stacked up. But they don't. I think there's like specific rules. It's all interim housing anyway. It's like it's like you live here while you get yourself set up for something else. But then that something else sometimes never comes.
Yeah. So here's the actual video itself. It says when you live in a storage unit.
Man, you gave away the best secret.
Trying to figure out if this is like good enough to be sneaky and hide and stuff. We're trying to hide this shit. No, I don't think we should do that.
What is she doing?
They got a kid's mattress?
They both won't be able to fit on that.
You can get back here. We thinking deep about it. I don't even think it's that deep. We want to let people know that we can. So, okay, it's back here. I'm saying in the sense of like if this was completely locked off, then someone's behind the stuff. Like you see what I'm saying?
It's pretty big inside.
It's open up top.
Yeah.
No, you got maybe like a 20 by 10.
And they just got a wall of boxes in the front.
Yeah, just to block it off, right?
Whoa. Here. Yeah, you can see it right there. Literal wall of boxes.
Wow. If somebody was to come over here, they don't know nothing. They don't know.
And they got caught?
It's pretty clever, other than the fact that he's posting it.
Yeah. Everything was smooth until
They
then.
probably could have done that for years.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking too? It's like, what if you just want to save money while you like stack chips, right? The sucky thing about it is there's no, like, when you're in a place that's low income, there's also danger. Like, there's a lot of countries and a lot of places where like, low income doesn't mean danger. It just means like, oh man, it's kind of run down. It's a little bit dirtier here. You know, maybe it's a little old, but you don't have somebody shooting up drugs in the next apartment, or like a whole drug den, or like a dude that's like, you know, fucking going nuts and trying to kill somebody or whatever. Like it's a different, and you don't have people like breaking into your house every day. Like it's just a different environment. So you can't even be frugal and want to save, get something that's like a couple $100 a month while you save a ton of money. Like I don't know. We don't have that here.
I think the only way is becoming roommates.
Yeah.
So like if you go to a good neighborhood, but then you rent just a room instead of getting your own apartment,
That's an easy way to do
then
it.
maybe you can get a room for like a couple $100, and then you're kind of away from the craziness.
But now even on Airbnb sometimes, bro, you can find some cheap rooms for like $20 a night, $30 a night, $40 a night. So I know it's just for one night, but sometimes it's like short-term renting might be something good, especially if you have some sort of income. That might be better than just fucking doing a storage room or something.
But even at $20 a night, that's still gonna be like $600 a month.
It's
Yeah,
hard
no,
to
for
beat
sure,
storage
monthly.
prices because like
Can't
that's
really
like
beat that.
$100 a month. That's hard.
But if you're going place to place, you need somewhere to go quick, like that could always be an option. But it's definitely hard to find cheap places to live, bro.
And if you're like down on your luck and you're like desperate, you know what I mean? Like if the other option is homelessness.
Public storage is probably the sickest thing to do. But I would imagine like that's probably, you know, you're probably not the first person to think about that. I bet public storage places have to deal with that shit all the time. So their heads on a swivel for that shit, you know?
All the people who are doing it successfully watch that video like, you idiot!
Yeah, you're blowing up the spot. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What would you guys do if you were down and out and you had to build yourself back up?
Probably stay
Without a family or with a family?
If you, no kids, but just like this guy, at least you have a partner. You could pimp your partner out, but you probably don't want to. You
I'd probably just live in a trailer because like I've just seen trailers infinitely be able to stay in one spot and not be disturbed.
Well, you gotta get to a trailer, right? So like, if
Wait, do I just have $0?
yeah, like they started with 10, so they gotta get to storage, right?
So you can't.
It's like a game.
Oh, so I'm starting from 0, everything. I
Zero.
just own nothing. I have
Yeah.
nothing.
You had a friend's place for a little bit? No friends. Just it has to be on your
You
own.
just have to die. What?
I mean, I don't think they had the friends option because it sounds like they went from tent to storage, right? So like whatever situation they were in, like assume no family, you just down and out, same country, you can speak the language.
I think the
What do
first
you
thing
do?
I would try to do is if I'm mentally coherent and I can at least sell myself to a degree where I look like a regular person, I would just try to be a caretaker of some type of place or service. Because then that way I would be an all-night shift of some sort.
Like a
Smart.
apartment manager or something.
I definitely won't get that job, but I don't know, just something where there's like a factory that just needs somebody to watch the area at night. Because a lot of the time, you know, you've heard of these things happening where it's like, oh, there's some homeless guy that's in the back of my property. Rather than just kick him out, let me just pay him to make him responsible for the area. So he's like my lieutenant and doesn't let things get out of hand. And then eventually that guy ends up in something somewhat stable. He has a roof over his head, you know. He's able to, it's like a give and take. I would just be that guy for someone else.
That's true. If you can find a place where you could get paid the day of,
Yeah.
And you can sleep there.
you could sleep
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Because there's a boiler room somewhere where I could just like put a sleeping bag.
I would
down
say
or, you know.
construction site, because they always have to have 24-hour watch, because some meth head is gonna steal copper,
Yeah.
and then a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
them
true,
they'll
yeah.
they'll let you pay they'll pay you out the day of.
Yeah.
That still puts you in a kind of potentially dangerous situation, is all right.
Yeah, I don't think you can really escape that.
What, like at a construction site? I mean, if someone comes and steals it, like I'll just be like, man, I told them not to do it.
I bet they're skittish.
Something like-
If someone's there, hey, get out of there. They're like, oh, and then you run away.
And then I said, hey, and then they didn't listen to me, but I saw it though, you know. Like I'll be that guy.
You got copper in your pocket? Oh, I would just steal copper. That's what I would do. That'll be my answer. I'll go steal some copper.
Steal copper.
I think I would
immediately.
work in food somehow, because when I worked at a restaurant,
Food is the best.
we always got like one meal.
Oh yeah, family meal.
Yeah, we got one meal, during our closing shift, and if there was extra food, they let us take it home. So I'm like, well, I might not be able to sleep there, but at least I get fed. So I think restaurant of some sort would probably be something I do. And then they pay you out every day. So like tips.
Tips, yeah.
You get. I mean, the hourly don't really matter. You get that every 2 weeks. But the tips is what's good. And I think if I can crush it, I'll probably like make a lot in tips. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a busboy for a restaurant when he like first came over here, one of his first jobs in America as well. But all the aunties and uncles and stuff like that, all of them, there's like 11 of them staying in one small apartment.
Dang.
So it was like,
11 of them, damn.
yeah, so it was just everybody's starting from basically nothing.
Damn.
And then one by one, they were able to like slowly earn something, move on to another job, get this, get educated here, or get an apartment there.
It is crazy the perspective, because my dad was one of the ones that him and his brother helped bring over a lot of his siblings from China. And I remember there was a period where we had like maybe like 6 aunts and uncles that all lived with us. And so there were just mattresses all over my mom's master bedroom. And I remember going, damn, this is so tight. I hope this slumber party lasts forever. And I remember when everyone started getting up off their feet and they were able to get their own places, I'm like, man, they fucking ruined the slumber party. Everyone's gone now. But when you think back, you're like, oh shit, they were broke as fuck. They're going through some shit. That was like a refugee asylum. Yeah. And then they all fucking, but then when you're a kid, you're like, man.
A refugee sleepover.
Yeah, like that was so cool.
That's
It
crazy.
might even be advantageous in some way to relocate to a more almost rural area and maybe apprentice for some type of trade. Because if there's less population and they just need more people to do shit, then you might be on a better track. It's more affordable, and I think people might be kinder.
Like, can I milk your goats and you let me sleep over there?
Yeah, for real.
In the hay with the
I
goat.
think it would have to be something like that. Like you have to barter with somebody. Like I'll fucking clean your deck
Barter,
every
yeah.
day. I'll clean your fucking lawn every
You got
day.
to be able to do some kind of dirty work out there where there's less hands on deck.
There's
Where it's like,
actually
you know,
a site that there's a bunch of farms that sign up, and you can stay there, and it's kind of like you work, and they house you, and then they feed you, and then you learn about farming. I forgot the name of it, but there's a whole website. It's like Airbnb, and then everyone kind of puts their farms there, because that's a way for them to like
that's pretty cool.
have cheap labor, but
Yeah,
also people there actually care about farming, right? So it's a way for young folks that don't have money to buy their own farm yet to visit different farms and get experience on like how to learn and do all this stuff while they like get some time and work in, and some of them even pay.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I wonder if cruise ships is like all inclusive. Like, let's say you work on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Do they give you a place to stay and you
They
have
do.
like some food vouchers 3 times a
They
day?
give you food every day.
I saw off every night. You're swimming behind the ship.
I think so, dude.
Yeah, they have to.
Food.
Yeah, because you maybe just sleep in a cot. Maybe it's like, you know, like
No, they give
tour
you a
bus
room.
style where it's like, oh, you have your whole room?
Yeah, I think you got your own room.
I saw this guy talk about what he does.
But then, like, I think if you're homeless, you probably have a better shot on a barge than a cruise ship,
On a barge? Like something that collects
like a work ship, like a ship that's full of containers and just like, you know what I mean, like the industrial version.
That's not gonna be as fun as a cruise ship, right?
Yeah, there's no pool, right?
Cruise ship will probably be like, all right, we'll pay you at this point. What's your address? And then you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be something. Yeah.
You think the barge will give you the meals too? The 2
I'm
or 3
sure a
meals?
barge would be more likely to not be corporate enough that they can hire you and be comfortable with paying you cash.
That's true. You gotta find illegal immigrant jobs that pay you the day of.
I think that's the key.
Because like,
shipping illegal.
because you need the
Carnival-
money that day.
Carnival's not gonna want to risk it on you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say go to Home Depot, dude.
You need the money that day, and on top of that,
That's what I was gonna do.
you can't go to job interviews and wait fucking for the answer. Like, what are you gonna do that day,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Dude, going to Home Depot.
Depot is my answer.
Because imagine, like, you're going there, you're like, I need some cheap labor. You got like a row of Mexicans, and then one dude that
I
looks.
speak English. I'll paint your fence. I'll do that.
And I'm like, same price?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I like $40.
Somebody once asked me at Home Depot, not that it's because I look Mexican, but I was at the paint aisle and this white lady was like, "Would you paint my house?" Like we were just both looking at paint. And I was like, no, what the fuck? No, it felt so weird.
What did she say after you said what the fuck?
No, she just went, oh, and then I didn't say what the fuck. I was just said, I just said no, but like, I was very weirded out by that.
I'm gonna start doing that at home.
It's like you got all these guys outside that could do it.
And now you paint shit all the time. Joke's on you, buddy.
She was right.
Should have.
What if it had nothing to do with? It was just like, my husband used to do all this, and I have no man around anymore.
You look just like him. Oh, I look just like him. Goddamn.